Hello everyone, I've got a long one for you today. I've got a long video. We're going to be seriously going in there with decluttering, deep cleaning, scrubbing everything we can find, sorting out a leak under the sink, which has also got leaked products and it's looking absolutely disgusting, but so unbelievably satisfying to clean up. Look at that. Oh, you love it. Also, we're going to be organising, chucking stuff out, making nice clear spaces and popping things back into place where they should be, nice and tidy, with a nice little Home Bargains cleaning haul to start with. So let me show you what I got. I got this new cozy scent, beautiful scented flash. It's the Mrs. Hinch, I think it is. Got some elbow grease, washing up liquids. We've also got this Fabulosa cherry scented large bottle. It was half price for 99p. I finally got some. Oh, barkeeper's friend, I finally got some. I'm going to be using these in this video, so stay tuned. We've got some apple pie scented fragrance, some shake and vac stuff for the carpet, which is only for the boys' room because their room stinks. Some really nice hand soap. Absolutely loving that at the moment. Oh, I can smell it every time someone's washed their hands. I got a new scrubbing brush because they finally had some in. More cloths and yeah, the usual. Bin bags. Yes, I'm always filling them bad boys up. And I got one of these peg holders. I really wanted one of these for ages and I don't know why I just haven't grabbed one, but I got one. I think it was only like £2 something for that. Got more sponges. Always need sponges. Colour coordinated as well. Some aloe vera tissues, which I like to put. I do it every year when it starts to get cold. Put them in the kids' school bags and whatnot. Sponges and some cotton pads. And yeah, a little mix there for food. But I got this washing basket as well. Yes, getting a little bit more organised, trying to sort my life out. So I'm starting with this shelf here, which is where we keep the toaster. So the toaster was supposed to be on here, and then underneath was just supposed to be like nothing really, other than, you know, maybe some tea towels. But it's become an absolute dumping point in the kitchen. Like, this is where everything gets chucked. Like, if there's nowhere to put it, I'll just stick it on there and I'll sort it later. Well, do I sort it later? No. The later is like 6 months down the line, and that's when I start sorting it, which is ridiculous because it's just no good, is it? And then it brings me down because it's a sight that I don't want anyone to see. I don't even want to see it with my own eyes, let alone anybody else. So going in with the old handheld hoover, I love this. This is like the kitchen godsend. So any mess that gets made, out comes a handheld hoover. If Nick makes a bagel, cuts that bagel in half and sprinkles all the leftovers all over the top of the cooker, out comes that handheld hoover. I flipping love it. So once I've moved everything off of the shelving, I'm then going in to hoover everything up. So anything that the toaster's left behind and all the junk that was placed around it and underneath it, and just, yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'll give it that, but still, it shouldn't have been there. I should have been more on top of it. So we're going to go in with some of this. Oh, I'm not disappointed in the slightest. If you can get your hands on this, it was £2.49, I think it was, in Home Bargains. They had a whole range. So they had everything in that scent that you can think of, whether it's a floor cleaner, a candle, the spray, laundry detergent, laundry boosters, and this, that, and the other. So nice. Talking of laundry, that's coming. Oh, I'm so excited. I have a vision in my head of how the laundry section in this kitchen is going to be, and it's going to be completely transformed, and it's not going to look the same. Yes, it's finally happening. But after giving it a good hoover over, I'm then going in, giving it a clean with this flash, and again, it smells really, really nice, and I'm quite liking that autumny, cozy smell that it's got. And it's making me feel a bit more comfortable with accepting the fact that I'm absolutely freezing cold. So what I've done is I've put a baking sheet down just so that it can collect anything that's going to fall out of the toaster. I say anything, you know it. You know it. The last time I cleaned out this toaster was the last time you saw it in a video. So you can imagine what's going to come out. It was bad. Do you know why it's so bad though? It's not because of like, we just cook toast 24/7. It's pan au chocolats. We flatten them slightly and then put them in. And then when we pull them out, obviously they crumble. So that's what it is. It's absolutely full of crumbs from pan au chocolats because that's the way we cook them every single morning. Like, I cook pan au chocolats every morning. So then I'm going to get one of these new cloths and I'm just going to gently clean over the toaster to bring back a bit of a shine and make it look really nice. Funny enough, when my youngest son came in the kitchen, he went, oh, looks brand new. And I'm like, yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's my efforts. That's mum's efforts, that is. Mum's efforts. So going all around the top, getting it all nice and clean. Obviously, I don't want to spray directly onto it because it's just going to go inside the toaster, and then we're going to have funny tasting bread. That would be interesting. But it's come out really, really nice. It's cleaning really good as well. So not just does it smell nice, it's actually cleaning really well as well, which is obviously what you want aside from a nice smell. Going around the sides, that's all good. I was expecting it to be covered in like grease because it's been next to the cooker, but no, we're all good. Can you hear my son in the background? He's playing on I think he's playing Fortnite, and he's on his headset. Always clean the wire down, always wipe down that wire, because that's where everything collects, all the dust and whatnot. And yeah, I can never clean something without cleaning the wire down as well. But if you can hear him in the background, is he doing your heading? Because he's doing mine in. Like, he can't hear anything. I can literally shout the loudest to the point where the family down the end of the street can hear me, but he still can't hear me. And then he goes, what, all panicked, like, what's happening? When I fling open the door, and I'm like, why can't you hear me? That's why, because he's talking to his friends. I say he's talking to his friends. He sounds like he's in there with some kind of, I don't know, vengeance to kill. The old toasty machine's coming out, but this bit had some grease stuck to the side of it. And that elbow grease washing up liquid did the absolute treat. Like, it was cleaning beautifully. And then those little spots, I just got that in. And it's come up lovely. There was quite a few of that elbow grease stuff in Home Bargains. Like, they had various different products that you could use from that range. And they also had a pink one. It was a limited edition, but it didn't smell anywhere near as nice as the yellow. So I stuck with the yellow. And I'm not disappointed because I really do like the smell of that. It's not too strong, but then mind you, my nose is still a little bit bunged up like glue. Yeah, it's not very nice. And I've moved on to the tickly cough, but I think I'm on my way out of it now, so I think all is good. My plan here is to set these up so that we don't have to keep moving the toasty machine. So I want it set up so that we can just use it directly there and not keep having to move it, because it's an absolute pain. If things are set in place, it's much more organised. It's not going to cause chaos, and it works. So I plugged it in behind the fridge, and there we go. We're good to go. Don't need to move it. All it needs is a wipe down every now and again, and it's better maintaining. That's what I'm aiming for. Less junk, more organised, better maintaining. So I'm just getting some washing out because it actually got some blue skies going on. So try and get out as much as I can, because on the weekends, you know what it's like. If you've got kids and you have to get their uniforms ready for the Monday, you're like, oh, it's all pending weather. Mind you, I have got some on at the moment as I speak that are on a dry as well, so I haven't got too much to worry about. The only thing I can't do is school blazers. You put them on a dry, oh my gosh, they come out like chewed up chewing gum. You can't iron the creases out. It's an absolute nightmare. And I know what you can say. Get a dryer. I am going to get a dryer. Okay, it's coming. I'm sorting it. The only thing that's putting me on hold is because that corner is the worst laundry corner you'll ever see on YouTube. Ever. It's diabolical. I can't stand it. Hence why the door's always left open, so I don't have to look at it. I don't want to look at it. So decluttering the worktops here. This is everything I've pulled out from the shelving, and I'm going to go over with my little Hoover. Hello, little Hoover. I love you. I do. So yeah, giving you a little whiz round, and then yes, I'm going to fill up the jar with the old doggy treats. I'm not going to say what they actually are. They CHEWY. If I say that, he will prick his ears up and expect one, because he's laying by my leg at the moment. That jar there is full of all the things I nab from any cafe, restaurant that I go to. So if I go and buy myself a coffee from Costa, I will take all the, is it the condiments? Is that what it is? No, it's not that, is it? What is it? Where you get all the sugars and everything? Whatever that word is. I could have had it right, I don't know. I will take all the sugars. I take more sugars than what it probably costs for my coffee. And I take all the chocolate sprinkling toppings as well. Some serviettes. And I take straws. I take wooden spoons. I take them all. I take it. Even if I don't need it, I take it. Yes, I'm admitting my crime there. And I put them in that jar. And on the days where it's like, oh no, forgot to get sugar. It's all right. Check the jar. And there you go, problem solved. And when it comes to like packed lunches or picnics and stuff, take them with you. Yes. And if you get the little butters, those tiny little butter jars, you know, those little ones that come when you order toast or whatever, and they have them on the side, take them as well, because you can pop them in the lunch boxes and give them cream crackers. Yes. Do it all the time. So I've just used that barkeeper's friend on that, and oh, so good. Clean that cooker. Lovely. So I've looked under here and I've gone, oh no, Kitty, get out. Just as well, because not only is this, everybody knows, you might not know, but I've said it before, it leaks under here because the fixing's not complete underneath the sink and it needs sorting out. But can we find a part? No. And when we get people to come out and look at it, they say, oh, I don't know about that, I'm going to need to do this, that and the other, and can't do it just yet. It's just that. Look at it. But it's leaked. It's leaked massively. I mean, it's already damaged under here from when it first ever leaked, and it rotted the base of the cupboard. But not only has that leaked, but one of those I don't know what it was. It was all blue there. Is it one of those things that's moisture things? Look, it's leaked everywhere. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. So I'm going in with my little scrubber with some sieve, and I'm just going to absolutely scrub the bejesus out of it and get it all nice and fresh. And then what I'm going to do, because I don't know if that black stuff is just what's come out of the piping and spread there, or whether mould. It doesn't smell like mould, but on the safe side, I'm going to spray some mould stuff down there and leave it for half an hour, because this stuff's so good. You can get this in Home Bargains as well. Don't get off Amazon because it's really expensive on Amazon. Go to Home Bargains. It's only like £2 something. So much better. Spray that, close it up, and then crack on for a bit longer. Sort out products that I don't need. That Sainsbury's bag there is full of products that I've had under there that are either empty, out of date, or just they're on the last legs. So what's the point? I'm going to bag that up because I don't want that leaking everywhere. Give the bowl a good scrub because that sink is not going to be fixed today and we're still going to have a leak. So I need to make sure I'm on top of it. But with it being emptied and organised in there, I will be able to see more whether it's getting full, and I can just tip it straight into the sink and get it cleaned out. But what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to pour a little bit of Soflora in the bottom of it to help maintain smell, you know. Give that a wipe over, as it's been a good actually it was longer than half an hour by the time I went back in there. Pop that there with some Soflora in, and then I'm going to start popping everything back in on my little wonky shelf. Look, isn't it annoying? It's really annoying. It bugs the absolute life out of me. But I've only got products in here that I know that I'm going to use now, so I'm not being ridiculous and having like 30 bottles of stuff that aren't even being used, out of date, or they've got like 2 sprays left in them. Filling up my basket with sponges and cloths because I flipping love them, and there we go, much more organised. Picked this up as well in Home Bargains, $5.99 it was. I went for that pattern, and it's for the guinea pigs for the winter. Panza's in it. We can't get her out, she's always in there. Sometimes the guinea pig goes in with her. You know, it's a free-for-all. If you're furry, it's a free-for-all. Get in there. Window ledge needs sorting out. This bugs me when I'm standing here washing up and I'm looking at it collecting dust, and I'm like, Jesus, I've neglected you. But I've been busy. I'm always busy. And if I'm not busy cleaning, I'm indulging, you know. And breakfast's out and meeting friends. Taking some time. But that's life, innit? You know, if you take the time to go and do something and the rest gets neglected, and then when you come back to clean other parts of the house, another part of the house is being neglected. It's just how it is, unless you've got a cleaner that can do everything for you. Or 2 cleaners, in fact. In my house, actually, you probably need 3 or 4. Yeah. Who was those people that came in and like decluttered and cleaned? Was it Kim and Aggie or something? Yeah, they'd come in here and they'd be like, Jesus. But they'd probably get the job done, to be fair. These jars here, so I'm putting all the dishwasher tablets in there. I am on the hunt for more easy to use for my own hands. I'm setting up my new little washing up section. Yeah, replacing it with some new ones. There we go. Nice. But I also want to get them for the laundry. So for like the fabric conditioner, detergents and all that. Pop in the new hand soap there, which smells absolutely beautiful, and it's only £1.49. Go and get yourself one from Home Bargains. They're lovely. Then before I knew it, it was like, Jesus, got to do dinner. So I done a homemade spaghetti bolognese and a homemade cottage pie. It was gorgeous. I have to do the vegetables separately because not everybody likes vegetables, and some like carrots, some don't. Some like onions, some don't. So it's just, yeah. No, I've heard you. I hear you. Some people have said in the comments, just cook a dinner. If they don't eat it, they go without. And I respect you for what you do in your home. I just can't do that in mine. I had that growing up and I was always hungry and it was awful. I hated it. And I always say to myself, if your other half or you went to a restaurant or something and they said to you, I've cooked this, if you don't like it, go without, how would you feel? Like Nick knows I absolutely despise egg. If he cooked me egg on toast and said, well, that's what everybody's having. If you don't like it, go without. Or I cooked him tuna. Oh, to be fair, I wouldn't eat tuna hot. But if I made him a tuna roll for lunch and I said, well, you eat it or you go without, he wouldn't eat it. And I just don't see why the kids should have. My kids try food. It's not like they don't try it. So it's a bit different if they look at it and go, I'm not eating that, and they've never tried it. Look, I sprayed it and it was still a bit hot. It was steaming, but it cleaned all right though. Just giving it a wipe over because I've just cooked dinner on there, and you get the spillage from the old boiling water and whatnot. Yeah, so I won't do it. So I will cook separate dinners, but with as long as it's similar ingredients. So if I'm cooking minced beef, then it's a spag bowl and it's a cottage pie, or it's a spag bowl and it's a chili con carne. So yeah. Gonna sort through the utensils now because this is doing my absolute head in. Taking everything out, and then I'm gonna go in with the Hoover and give it a nice little vacuum in there because it is not very dusty in there, but there is a little bit. So get it out while I'm having a little sort through. Give it a little going over, and then I'm gonna try and put everything back in with the way it's supposed to be. It's not gonna last because I'm the only one that puts it in the right place. Everybody else just puts it wherever. But like that green set, they're supposed to click in together and stay together. They're like a family unit. Put them together, but they don't. They just get wedged in there anyhow. And yeah, I'm going to get me pie out and I'm going to sit down and eat my pie. It was beautiful. I got to say, that mash was absolutely beautiful. If you put oat milk in with your potatoes and mash it up, ooh, makes such a difference to whole milk. Anyway, if I sound a little bit different, it's because I'm now in the car. Only place I can get some peace. And we're on to the next day, and it's time to sort out this cupboard here because it's full of bags where we chuck everything, birthday banners, water bottles and cups and stuff like that. We've got tops that don't go with bottoms. So it's like, I need to sort it out because I just keep chucking them in there thinking I'm going to find the other part of it. And I never do. So quickly give it a hoover over. I love the little light on the end of this. So handy. Because sometimes I go to stop hoovering and then I see a bit with the light and I'm like, oh, I didn't see you before that. No, I didn't. And then I give it a good wipe over, a really good clean, because I don't want to be putting stuff back in there when it's not cleaned. And it smells amazing. I'm cleaning up the top as well because stuff when it gets quite wedged in there, it leaves marks on the drawer and at the top there, so you can see it. So I was like, scrub that off so it's nice and clean, and it's all nice and white in there now. So little things that make me happy, knowing that it's all clean. So as I'm sorting through it, or apologies, I'm in my dressing gown. I'm feeling so like, today. And today is school uniform day. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Sundays are dedicated to sorting out school uniforms, running baths, sorting out lunchboxes, water bottles, PE kits and all that fun stuff that I dread. Like, the boys are like, oh, I love Sundays. I love it. And I'm like, good for you. Because I don't. I hate them. Saturdays, we go and do something fun together or whatever. But Sundays are definitely sorting out school uniforms. So I found tops there. I don't even know where they go. Those are going to go because they've gone a bit mank. And just, they're not savoureable. They're not savoureable. Is that even a word? So I'm just chucking all the bits in the bin that I know don't belong with any other piece. And then I'm folding up the bags. Now, this may not last, but this is temporary until I've sorted out the washing machine area, because I've got a plan for all my carrier bags once that gets done. So I'm just folding them all up into this basket, and then we've actually got somewhere to put them rather than just flying around and then getting caught underneath the drawer, which drives me insane. Hate it. But that's put in there nice and tidy. But then I realised, look, don't fit because of the straws. After all that hassle of connecting them all and putting them together, because they are fiddly little things. I took the straws back out, put them back together, and they fit perfectly under there now. So any bottles that can be used are put together in one piece and they are then usable. So happy with that. Yes, I am. While I was doing that, the boys were out cleaning my car, giving it a hoover and a scrub and whatnot. So I quickly came back in here and I thought I'll give it a good clean over. Now all the organising bits are done. And just quickly clean the kitchen over. Nick's gone shopping and I'm going to give the sink a good scrub over. This cherry stuff smells beautiful. The boys used it in the car as well. I gave them my Fabulosa cherry one and I said, just use that on like the dash and whatnot, but don't spray too much. Anyway, get in the car. Oh, it smells lovely. It really does. This is a good one. It's a good one. It's one that I'd go and get again. It's a returner, this one. It will return back in my home should they still have it, because it smells that good. Cleans nice as well. So giving the sink a good going over with that. These cloths do leak a bit of colour. You see a bit of yellow there, which is annoying. If you use the pink one, you squeeze it and a bit of pink comes out, but there we go. Anyway, a little bit bloated. Got a bit of an upset tummy and I don't know why. I think I've been drinking too much oat milk. But anyway, Nick came back from shopping and like put all the food on the worktop, so I'm like trying to put all the vegetables and the whatnot away. Cat food on the shelf. Yes, we are getting there. Bread, that didn't even get touched and it's out of date. And yeah, just popping everything back into there. Oh, I love that little one I do. I love that. Love that. And then I'm going to sort out this section because we've got coffee pouring out of our flipping ears. Tea bags in the cupboard like no one's business. Sugar that never gets refilled unless I do it. And then I get, have we got any sugar? Because, you know, the common sense is to look in the cupboard and be like, I'm going to refill the sugar. But do they? No, they don't. There we go. Look, I've managed to do the utensils, my bag and water bottle cupboard. I've also done under the sink with the water leakage, cleaned all of that away. It's starting to fill already. Look, just in one day. We've sorted out the shelving that was used for a dumping ground. We've cleaned all the toaster and whatnot. And that's it. We're done. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you lovely people in my next one.